Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be going over the June inspired digital SAT exam. So this exam is inspired from the June digital SAT. The questions are very similar. For legal purposes, they are not exactly the questions that appeared, but they are very, very similar. Okay. Today I'm going to do module 1 of the exam, and then the next video I'll do module 2. It will be the harder version of the exam. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So you're going to see like the first questions 1 through 4, 1 through 5 are pretty easy and straightforward. That's how the exam will be. It will get progressively more difficult and hopefully even more difficult in module 2. Okay, so let's just jump right in. Okay, so number 1, it says the table summarizes the UV index value recorded by an assistant at noon each day for 45 days. According to the table, the UV5 was recorded on how many days? So UV5, 13 days. Literally that easy. The first 2 questions usually are. Okay, number 2 says that to make a bookcase, a worker charged a one-time fee and $15 hours worked. The equation 15h plus 40 equals 130 represents a situation where h is the number of hours worked. Which best representation of 130 in the situation? Well, 130 does appear to be the total cost or charge. So I believe that would be the answer, which looks like correct choice C. But just to show like the one-time fee, that would refer to the y-intercept, which likely it's 40, though not specifically specified in the problem. The number of hours worked, that would be whatever h is, which is not defined. So no, and the charge per hour, that's 15. So therefore the 130 would be the total overall charge that the worker would make. Okay, amazing. Cruising on along. Here, in November 2014, the highest temperature recorded in a city was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lowest was 35 degrees. Okay. Which of the following is true for all values of T, where T represents any temperature recorded in the city? So this means like the range must fall between these values, right? If the lowest was here, highest was here, and that would be the total possible range, and that matches precisely option choice D. Okay, amazing. The function f is defined by f of x equals 3 multiplied 2x plus 7. For what value of x does f of x equal 63? Okay, so I just will set this equal to 63. Distribute the 3, so 6x plus 21. Subtract the 21, 42. And 7 will be equal to x, and correct option choice B is our answer. Okay, cruising along. Ooh, ratios. Okay, so the ratio of blue tiles, so blue to red in a piece of artwork is 4 to 3. If there are 24 red tiles in a piece of artwork, how many blue tiles are there? Okay, so in setting up ratios, what I always want to do, if I don't have the total available, is to put the multiplier x in front. So this just tells me, for example, blue tiles, it's multiple of 4, red tiles is multiple of 3, and altogether the total will be a multiple of 7. However, I'm just given the information about red tiles, so I'm going to take this and say that 3x is equal to 24, x is equal to 8, and then I just have to go to the blue tiles, because they asked me how many blue tiles there are, which will be 4 times 8, which is correct answer 32. And that's what I would, type in the answer sheet. Continuing. Number 6. Okay, so the scatter plot shows the relationship between 2 variables, x and y. Which of the following equations is most appropriate linear model for the data shown? Okay, so linear, I know I'm dealing with a linear equation where there's slope and y-intercept. So with scatter plots, sometimes they give you the line of best fit, other times they don't. I'm going to create my line of best fit. So it's not going to be perfect, but something like this, or something like that will be the line of best fit. Okay, so remember, like the line best fit should go through all the points. It will, some of them will have outliers, you can see here. And I can see from this model, it's definitely negative. So looking at the answer choices, careful because they try to be tricky by putting the y-intercept first and then the slope. But anyways, so the slope here, it's positive, so can't be B. Also, it's positive here, so can't be C. And then it must be D or A. So next, I can see the slopes are different, so I'm going to approximate and let's see the slope. Okay, so like here would be a good point. This is around 38, 138, 138. And the next one I can say, like this one, it's around 4.8. Okay, so with that, I'm going to use the slope formula. Y coordinate 2 minus y coordinate 1 divided by x coordinate 2 minus x coordinate 1 is equal to m. So I would just do 38 minus 8 divided by 1 minus 4. And that's equal to 30 over negative 3, which is negative 10. And here give me it right on the money, which is negative 10x. And probably like the y-intercept. Maybe I didn't draw the line of best fit so great, but it's going to intercept somewhere around here. Like maybe it looks a little bit more like this, but it's pretty close. Line of best fits are always approximations. If I would have got like negative 9.5 or negative 9, that would be closest to 10. So I know that my answer is indeed A. Okay, amazing. Continuing our journey. To number 7. Okay, so it says a scientist analyzed a sample with a mass of 750 grams and determined that it contained 345 grams of water. What is the percentage of water by mass in the sample? Okay, so I would just put like parts over whole, which in this case would be 345 over 750. And let's see what that gives me. Remember, you can use your calculator. Gives me 0.46. I can multiply that by 100 to convert it into percent, which is correct answer 46. Amazing. Okay, so number 8. Ooh, good one. So it says the line N is shown in the XY plane. Line K not shown is perpendicular to line N. Okay, so similar to the scatter plot question, I definitely want to find the slope of line K. So slope, remember it's y coordinate 2 minus y coordinate 1 divided by x coordinate 2 minus x coordinate 1 equals m. And then I want to find 2 points of intersection that cross nicely. So this one looks okay, so 0, 3. And then another one, it's looking nice. Okay, so 5 and negative 3. Okay, and then just apply the slope. So this would be 3 minus negative 3 over 0 minus 5. So that's equal to 6. Be careful because the distribution makes this positive over negative 5. Okay, so this is the slope of this line. The line perpendicular will be the negative reciprocal of this one, which will make it positive inverse 5, 6, which is looking like correct answer A. Oh my goodness, isn't that amazing? Okay, so 9, I have these two equations. Mx plus ky is equal to negative 65. 4x plus ky is equal to 33. In the given system equations, m and k are constants. The graphs of these equations and the xy intersect at point 3y. Okay, so their point of intersection is 3y. What is the value of m? Okay, so I could substitute 3y into both of the equations. Let's see what happens. So m3, you don't have to really substitute the y because that's already there. And then here, when I substitute, it will give me 4 times 3 plus ky equals 33. So ky subtract the 12 gives me 21. Okay, well actually that works amazingly because now I have the value of ky, so I can substitute that in here. And so that would be 3m plus 21 is equal to negative 65. So 3m subtracting the 65 negative minus 21 is equal to negative 86. And then m will be equal to negative 86 thirds. And then I can simply type that in on my computer. Okay, amazing. Continuing our journey. For the linear function f, the graph of y equals f of x passes through the points 0, 6, and 2, 3. What is the slope? Oh my goodness, yet another slope formula. It was a popular concept on the June SAT. Okay, so once again, I'll just substitute the coordinates. So we'll do 6 minus 3 and 0 minus 2. That will be 3 over negative 2. And just negative 3/2 is the answer. Okay, amazing. A certain magazine has 320 pages and 147 have a picture. If one of the magazine's pages is selected at random, what is the probability of selecting a page with a picture? Okay, so simple. Pages to the picture is 147 over 320. And well, I mean, I could just type that in as the answer. That's the answer. Over 320, or you could put it in the decimal form, which is 0.459 as well. Okay, amazing. Continuing our journey. B squared plus 4c equals 7d. The given equation relates the real numbers b, c, and d, where d is greater than or equal to 4/7 c. Which equation correctly expresses b in terms of c and d? Okay, so this is equation manipulation. We have to rearrange everything in terms of b. So what I'm going to do is move the 4c over. And then I just need to take the square root of each side. So b will be equal to plus or minus, because b is squared, the square root of 7d minus 4c, which looks like correct answer C. These ones, they come up quite frequently, the equation manipulation. So not surprised to see it on the June SAT. Okay. So continuing, wait, 11 and 12. Hold on, I'm missing a page. A moment. Okay, so 13. A right circular cylinder has a height of 6 meters and a base with a radius of 15 meters. What is the volume? Okay, so the volume of a cylinder, it's pi r squared times height. I'm given the height, I'm given the radius. (15 squared times 6). So that would be pi 225 times 6. And that is equal to 1350 pi. Okay, amazing. Continuing, what is the x-intercept of the graph and the xy plane? Okay, these ones are also very common on most exams. the x-intercept, that's where y is equal to 0. So all you need to do is plug in 0 for y. So 3x plus 5 and 0 is equal to 45. So I get that 3x is equal to 45. And then x divided, or 3 divided by 45 is 15. Therefore, x is 15 and y is 0. And that looks like correct answer choice B. Amazing. So 15. Okay, so 15, it's, what is the value of 5b? Let's see. So 4 nines p plus 13 equals 37. Subtract 13 from each side. 4 nines p is equal to 24. And next I'm going to multiply or divide by 4 nines, multiply by the reciprocal. 9/4. Here it goes in 6 times, so I know that p is equal to 54. This would be a trap answer because I want the value of 5p, so it'll be 5 times 54, which is correct answer 270. So just always make sure to go back and read the final question so that you don't fall into a trap and make a silly mistake. Okay, 16. Oh, classic. A certain neighborhood had a population of 1240 in 1990. Each year for the next 6 years, the population increased by approximately 2% of the population the previous year. Which of the following equations represents population N of the neighborhood T years after 1990, where T is less than or equal to 6? Okay, well, by the looks of it, this is just testing exponential growth or compound interest, where amount is equal to principal 1 plus or minus the rate raised to the t. It says it increased by approximately 2%. So that would be 1 plus 0.02 is 2% raised to the t. And then the initial amount where it's starting from, it's 1240. So that will definitely be principal. And then simplified, that would be 1.02 raised to t. And this looks like it matches C nicely. And you can see all the answers are traps in case you didn't remember the formula and you rearrange it incorrectly. Okay, amazing. Make sure you know this formula for SAT. It's on almost every SAT exam. Okay, amazing. So 17. In the xy plane, which of the following does not contain any points that are solutions to 6x plus 4y is greater than 10? Okay, well, first let's put everything in terms of y. So this would be 4y, negative 6x plus 10. So simplified, I know that the slope, it's negative 6/4 x plus 10/4. Okay, so if you want, you could go ahead and graph that on your calculator. Or we could approximate. So let's pretend our calculators die on the exam and I want to see how to graph this. Okay, so first the intercept, the y-intercept's at n/4, which is 5/2, which is around 2.5. So let's say 1, 2, 3, it's around here. And the slope, it's negative, it's going down. Simplified, this is negative 3/2. So it's like, we can say down 3, like over 2, down 3 over 2, down 3 over 2, something along these lines. Okay, so the line is going to look basically something like this. It also says it's greater than, so the shading of the inequality would occur somewhere in here. So I know that the inequality looks something like this. It looks like it's not appearing at all in quadrant 1, 2, 3. And here, x is less than 0. And here, y is also less than 0. So in which plane does it not contain the region where x is? No, that's the region where x is greater than 0 and y is less than 0. Also no. The region where x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. No. Oh, the region where x is less than 0, y is less than 0. That matches exactly what I'm looking for, and is D. Okay. So amazing. Okay. Number 18. In triangle ABC, the measure angle B. Okay, it doesn't specify it's right, so let's just draw a triangle. ABC is 20 degrees. The measure of angle C is 60 degrees. Point D lies on AB. Okay. And point E lies on BC and is parallel to AC. Oh, interesting. Well, so it looks something like that. What is the measure in degrees of the angle EDE? Okay. Well, what's happening here? So it's asking for this angle. This, since it's a triangle that shares the same angle here, let me put purple. So this is 20, but so is this triangle, also contains 20 degrees. And also it's parallel, it's creating a similar triangle. Similar triangles, they have the exact same angles. However, the side proportions are different. So that means that this would be 60 degrees. So I know 60 plus 20, it is 80, and a triangle has 180 degrees. So therefore angle D must be well, 180 minus 80 or 100. And therefore it should be 100. Amazing. Okay, let's see what's happening here. A concert hall has seats for 3,400 people. Tickets to attend the concert currently cost $6. For each $2 increase to the ticket price, 80 fewer tickets will be sold. The situation can be modeled by quadratic equation. Y equals negative 40x squared is 240x plus 23,400, where x represents the increase in ticket price in dollars and y represents the revenue in dollars from ticket sales. If this equation is graphed at the xy plane, at what value of x is the maximum of the graph? Okay, so this seemingly long problem actually is just testing vertex. So important, it's asking for maximum. Just to give visual, its a value is negative, so it opens down, so the maximum will occur somewhere here. But to find the maximum, I just have to do shortcut. H is equal to negative B divided by 2A, which is equal to negative 240 divided by negative 40. Or sorry, well, 2 times negative 40. And then that will actually give me negative 240 divided by negative 80, which is actually negative 24 divided by negative 8, which is equal to positive 3. And that's the answer. Wasn't that amazing? Okay, so just for maximum always means the vertex of a parabola. Likewise, minimum when A is positive is also the vertex. Okay, so number 20. In the xy plane, the graph of the given equation is a circle. Which point lies on the circle? Okay, so first, this is a circle equation. Very important that you know this equation, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals radius squared where h and k are always the center coordinates of the circle. So I'm told that, so based on this information, it would be 2, -5 are the center coordinates of the circle. And if radius is 36, I'd say r squared equals 36, so r is equal to 6. Okay, so just to give a visual representation of this problem, so it's at 2, -5, and it has a radius of 6, so 3, 4, 5. Okay, so like it extends, just to show, it extends 6 across, 6 down, 6 across here. I'm just doing a rough sketch so that you can see my amazing circle graph, and look something like this. Okay, so I'm asked which point lies on the circle. So since it lies on the circle, that means that I'm looking for a point that lies somewhere on it, which means that when I plug in these coordinates to this equation, it should equal or be equal to the radius. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So looking at answer choice A, it's 2, -5. So I would plug in the 2 minus 2 squared plus -5 plus 5 squared. Does that equal 36? Well, first, this is 0 plus 0 squared equal 36. No, it does not. So therefore, I can eliminate that. Let's look at option B. 8 minus 2 squared plus -5 plus 5 squared equals 36. This would be 6 squared plus 0 squared equals 36. That seems to make sense, and that one checks. And I can stop there because I already have my answer. For learning purposes, I'll show the other ones. C, for example, 3 minus 2 squared plus 1 plus 5 squared equal 36. No, this is 1, 6 squared. No, it's 37. Very close, sneaky, tricky, but not quite. And D, just to show, 2 minus √3. Wait, 2 minus √2 minus 2 squared, and then plus -5 plus √7 plus 5 squared. Equal 36. No, I can see that these ones are going to cancel. This would become just 3, right? The root of 3. And then also the 5's cancel. This would just become 7. 3 plus 7 does not equal 36. And therefore, B is our answer. Okay, but main takeaway, know this equation for the exam. It's not on every single SAT exam, but it does appear quite frequently. So high probability that you'll see it on your next exam. Okay, 21. The expression x to the 15th, parentheses x minus 5 over, okay, so just so you can see that a little bit better. Over 10x cubed plus 5x to the 15th over 10x cubed is equivalent to 1 over 10x to the c. Okay. Where c is a constant and x is greater than 0, what is the value of c? Okay, so first, it's nice that they have the same denominator. I'm going to distribute the x here, so that'd be x to the 16th minus, say, 5x 15th over 10x cubed. Since they have the same denominator, I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over 1. So that would be plus 5x to the 15th equals to 1 over 10x to the c. I can see these cancel out nicely. And I'd be left with x to the 16th over 10x cubed equals 1 over 10x to the c. So looking at the x's here, so 16 minus 3, what is that reduced to? X to the 13th, right? So it would be x to the 13th over 10, which is equal to, I'm just going to put x to the c now because 1 times x to the c over 10. And then I can see quite nicely these are the same, so therefore c must be equal to 13. Amazing. Okay, so 22, it says triangle ABC is similar to triangle RST, where angle A corresponds to angle R, and angle C and T are right angles. Okay, so always geometry problems, it makes sense to graph them out just to get a visual. Sorry, it sounds so precise, but you get the idea. Okay, so if angle C is the right angle, so this would be CAB, and this would be TRS, respectively. Okay, and then it tells me the length of AB is 3.5 times the length of RS. This is unnecessary information. I don't care about the sides when I'm dealing with sine, cosine, and tangent, so it's just here to confuse us, not important. Okay, so then it tells me tan of A is 21 over 20. So just friendly reminder, remember it's so good to what? To help remember your side placements. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so looking here, so tan of A, that would be opposite 21. And adjacent would be this side, so that'd be over 20. Okay, and they asked me, what is the value of sine of R? So sine of R will have the exact same value as sine of A, okay? Because the sines are proportional, so they will reduce to the same. So therefore, I'm really looking for sine of A. So sine of A and sine of R are the same. Okay, so sine, that would be opposite over adjacent, or opposite over hypotenuse, so that would be 21. And then I have to find the hypotenuse. No problem. I'll use my handy dandy Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 21 squared plus 20 squared equals c squared. 21 squared, 441. 20 squared is 400 equals c squared. So that will give me 841 equals c squared. 841 is a perfect square. Square root it. But 29 is equal to c. Amazing. So that means hypotenuse is 29. And therefore, this sine of A opposite over hypotenuse, 21 over 29. And I can simply type that in here to the answer sheet. Okay. And that is module 1. It might seem easy, and a lot of students do report that module 1 is fairly easy, but you want to get most of the questions or all of them correct in module 1, and then you'll be up leveled to a more advanced module 2. And in my next video, I'm going to do the walkthrough of module 2. Okay, so if you want to see that, if you're interested, let me know. And also subscribe, comment so that you can be notified when it is released. It will be released this next coming week. Okay, I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.